o'clock right now. Good morning, everybody. On this Thursday, November 13th, I'm Michael Gargiulo.
And I'm Jen Maxfield. Darlene has the morning off. Adele has an update on a crash in Queens, but let's get started with Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa with today's forecast.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, a little bit warmer than this time yesterday, 5-10 degrees or so, just enough. As we check out some of the numbers, Mount Kisco 42, Danbury the same. We have Fairfield at 43 degrees. Chester, you've dipped to about 42. Checking in on Belrose, 47 degrees. Bushwick at 49. Farmingdale, you're at 47. Just a bit of a breeze right now, but that's going to be the story. You can see gusts already in Bushwick in that 15 to 20 plus mile per hour range, at times 20 to 30 for this afternoon. So it's going to add a little extra chill to the air, even though we're getting to temperatures close to yesterday. By 1 o'clock, sun and clouds, brisk 50 degrees on our way up to 51. Clear skies heading into this evening and overnight. By 10 o'clock, we're slipping into the mid 40s. All right, 6:01, and to say there are slowdowns, an understatement. Adele, what's the latest?
Yes, definitely an understatement, unfortunately. We have a couple things, big things going on right now. Belt Parkway eastbound by exit 19 for Nassau Expressway. We've got a crash that's just popped up here, already causing slowdowns through the area. And the big slowdown right now, though, is the Lincoln Tunnel here. On the inbound side, we had a stalled truck mid-tube, and they were holding traffic for a period of time as they moved that truck out of the tube. As of right now, give yourself about 30-minute delays. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you very much. Well, this morning, the federal...
And now let's check in with Maria to look around the boroughs this morning.
Yeah, now everybody's looking a little chilly. We've got 49 in Brooklyn, Staten Island at 46. You can see some cloudy skies, too. Queens near LaGuardia at 49 and getting gusty there. In the Bronx, some brightening sky and temperatures in the mid-40s. We do see a nice little surge with the warmth on the warmth later in the weekend. Don't get used to that, though. The big chill after coming up in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you. Still ahead, help for Jamaica.
On Lincoln Tunnel, traffic is moving, but one tube remains closed because of a stalled truck mid-tube. We're going to head outside right now to Chopper 4, giving us a closer look onto that coming up in a few minutes. Jen, Michael, we're going to break down those delays.
Okay, remember, you can now watch Today in New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continuing wherever you stream News 4. If you want to check in with Maria, we've got an overall look at this season that unfortunately Jamaica had to endure.
Right. It's been quiet recently, obviously, but looking at the tally so far, we compare that to average 14 named storms so far. We've had 13. Of course, this number right here, major hurricanes, average is 3. We've had 4, but all fitting within the forecast. All to say that it was an active season, and that storm really is going to be studied as we get into the off season, the tropical off season. And I think we're going to hear amazing stats about that storm still to come out. But we are looking sort of at the downward slide here of the season in general, officially over November 30th. We've had a tropical system every month of the year, but definitely looking quiet, certainly in the short term. So that big picture of the whole Atlantic basin really, really quiet. Of course, all eyes on what has been affecting us the last few days. This area of low pressure still kind of in the grips of that. So we stay breezy and clouds from time to time, but mainly dry skies heading into Saturday. By Saturday night, that changes. This next one rolls through with a cold front, brings those temperatures up mid and upper 50s. It's going to feel relatively warm. We keep talking about the relative part about the temperature story, mid and upper 50s, but it's also going to bring about some showers. Then we're on the cooler side of that next boundary. So even through Tuesday, feeling the chill. But if you're already looking ahead to the weekend and you're planning things out, Saturday is your best day of the weekend, because by late Saturday and mainly the first half of Sunday, we'll be dealing with these showers. Not looking at anything terribly heavy, but obviously if you're trying to get out and about, that may slow you down a bit. Another aspect to today's weather, the gusty winds. Those gusts could be over 25 miles per hour. But even on Sunday, it's going to be breezy. So we're in that regime, kind of keeping us cool. 48 degrees right now, and talking about winds, just a hint of a wind chill. It feels like 45. We're going to get up to about 51 today, but those northwest winds will keep it chilly. So just a heads up, we talk about it being relatively warmer. It's still chilly. Showers on Sunday, and then once that front moves through, we settle back into high temperatures most of next week. That November chill, mid and upper 40s with overnight lows down in the 30s. delays. All right, 617, a tough commute for a lot of folks, Adele.
Yes, definitely a tough one, especially if you are trying to head into the city via the Lincoln Tunnel here. Now, one tube has been closed off because of a stalled truck mid-tube. All traffic has been pushed off to that center tube there, and it has caused some major backups through the area. Coming in from the turnpike, you're looking at about 50-minute delays, about 45 from the Route 3 approach. We are hoping to see everything reopen shortly as they clear the truck out. We will, of course, continue to keep you posted on that. If you are making your way over to the Gowanus Canal or Gowanus Expressway westbound into the Gowanus Canal, you've got one lane closed off here for a crash, and we continue to watch this accident on the Belt Parkway eastbound heading into Nassau Expressway. Jen, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thank you. 618 of our Comcast building here at 30 Rockefeller Plaza. Good morning, everybody. 6:30 right now on this Thursday, November 13th. I'm Michael Gargiulo.
And I'm Jen Maxfield. Darlene has the morning off. Adele is going to have an update on us for that Lincoln Tunnel situation in just a moment. But let's start with Storm Team 4's Maria LaRosa with your Thursday
Maria,
forecast.
the city is coming alive. I want to say that right now.
Well, now they are.
You just woke them up.
Sorry.
They weren't. They're awake now.
People easing into their day. Until that point.
Look at the sky. Look at the sky. As you brush your teeth, just take a peek at your TV screen. We have a sliver of that beautiful sky. And right now, looking at Point Pleasant Beach, you have the beach all to yourself, of course. But for the most part, skies are dry. Excuse me. I am seeing a few snowflakes fly through Ulster County, so just be aware of that. Temperatures at 37 in Monticello, 48 in the city in Massapequa. Gusty conditions, that will be an issue today. Very chilly breeze out of the northwest, about 10 to at times 20, 30 miles per hour. That adds a chill to the air. Very cool looking cloud as we look at Staten Island. Some brake lights there on the expressway. Sun and clouds today by 1 o'clock, 50 degrees on our way up to 51. Gusty winds will pull back just a little bit heading into the overnight, but with clear skies, once again, we'll dip into the mid and upper 30s overnight. All right, coming up on 6:31, got some brake lights in Staten Island, but boy, a lot of issues elsewhere, Adele.
Yes, a lot of brake lights here at the Lincoln Tunnel. Again, all lanes have reopened. That south tube has reopened. They're keeping the center tube open as well. Everything has been cleared out here except for those delays. Still lingering around 50 minutes here. So again, definitely an area you're going to need some extra time. You've got about 30 at the Holland and the George. Gowanus Expressway westbound side. Also watch for this crash over by the Gowanus Canal, taking out a lane. Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thank you so much.
Devin, now let's check in with Maria about the school bus forecast there.
Yeah, so just be aware through the neighborhoods. We'll have a little bit of a breeze kick up, but it is chilly if you can get that jacket on the kiddos or the scarf as well. But recess outside with temperatures near 50 degrees. Again, gusty at that point. Dry skies for now, but talk about who's going to pick up some of that much needed rainfall before the weekend is out, timing that out in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you so much. Still ahead, Sean Diddy.
And on to the Gowanus Expressway here, westbound side. We are still watching this crash right by exit 26, taking out a lane coming up in a few minutes. We're going to let you know how bad those delays are looking. Let's take a live look outside right now, though, onto the Cross Bronx Expressway by the Bronx River Parkway. Jen, Michael, we've got delays heading into 3rd Avenue.
All right, Adele, thanks.
Incredible sky, Jen. Look at that. Thank you,
Beautiful.
Chopper Phil, for that beautiful picture. When a Long Island man saw his cell phone bill jump from its usual $115 to over $2,300, he said, better get Beccaro for help.
News 4's consumer reporter Linda Beccaro explained what happened and how you can protect yourself.
Maria, this is the morning of mornings, right? Like every picture of New York City, it's like tourist board. It's beautiful.
I thought you were talking about me.
Well, it's great having Jen, and we have Jen with us.
Yes, all lovely, as a matter of fact.
It absolutely is.
Category, yes. And you know I love this view of Earth Cam because we get so many icons in here. Of course, we've got the Central Park view, Hudson River, and just a hint of glow with that sliver of clear sky. Of course, the cool pattern of the clouds as well. But yeah, today we're sort of in between where it's chilly, but not too bad. It's a little warmer than yesterday, 48 degrees at Central Park. Just a hint of a wind right now, so that technically we do have a wind chill of 45. That may be a little bit more impactful later on as the day goes on, because we're going to see those gusty winds. By 1 o'clock, 50 degrees, pretty close to our high, and we'll call it sun and clouds today. So that's one aspect of it, the chilly breeze that kicks in today, and it is going to be dry the rest of the week, but we still are counting on some showers by Sunday, but that's also going to usher in the next round of some chilly weather into next week. So the winds, yes, today, they're back out of the northwest, 20 20, 30 mile per hour gusts will cut right through you. So you want to make sure if you don't have the heavy jacket, at least maybe a scarf to kind of shield you from that. And it's still breezy tomorrow. A similar temperature story there too, with temperatures back up into the near 50-degree range. But as far as rainfall goes, we're dry today, tomorrow into Saturday. So if you've got to pick a weekend to maybe get some outdoor work done, Saturday would be it. We're counting on some showers here, moving in late Saturday into early on Sunday. But notice that chance really going down after lunchtime. So we'll salvage the second half of Sunday as far as keeping it a little bit drier. All in all, though, not a ton of rainfall with this system, so nothing significant in that regard. Anywhere from maybe 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch. We do still need it. We get another drought monitor update later on this morning, but you can see it didn't get a ton over the last week, so not expecting probably too much change, but really New Jersey, yeah, we definitely could use some extra rain there. Not seeing it today. 51 degrees, definitely that cool breeze, northwest winds 5 to 15, and we'll clear out a bit more tonight down to 39. So close to 50 tomorrow and Saturday. By Sunday, that's our warmest of the day. It's a relative term, 57 degrees, and then temps crash a bit again into next week. Highs staying in the mid and upper 40s. All right, 6:46 right now. A lot of headaches out there, Adele.
Yeah, it's been a pretty busy commute this morning. As to be expected for this time, though, if you are heading out the door right now, Gowanus Expressway, we've got Chopper for live giving us that bird's eye view here. This is on the westbound side by the Gowanus Canal. 2 lanes are closed off for this crash. Delays are heading all the way back through your lower East River crossings. You can see traffic pretty much at a crawl there. So definitely going to need to add on some extra time for your commute there. We will keep you posted on that. If you are heading into New Jersey, 78 eastbound express lanes by exit 56, you've got an accident there that blocks a lane into the Lincoln Tunnel. Still expect to see about 50-minute delays there on the inbound side because of that earlier stalled truck. Jen, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thanks so much. 6:40 somewhere else.
Okay.
Or against something.
Well, good morning. Thank you so much for streaming with us. It is Thursday, November 13th. I'm Jen Maxfield in for Darlene Rodriguez.
Have good posture. I'm Michael Gargiulo. Adelle Caballero is tracking roads and rails, and Storm Team 4's LaRosa here with today's forecast.
Shoulders back.
Shoulders back.
Deep breath of
Deep
that
breath.
cool air this morning.
That's it.
Very refreshing.
No leaning.
Yes,
It is
no
a great
leaning.
way to start. Good advice, Michael. I like your style. All right, let's show you. It is a pretty sunrise. Just a sliver of the bright there as we look over Midtown and at the Comcast building there. We, for the most part, are dry. We do have still some snow flurries trying to keep going here through our northern counties, including Ulster. But that's where we're seeing the wetter weather stay to our north. With that said, still a lot of cloud cover, so sun and clouds today. But yeah, if you've noticed, 5-10 degrees warmer than we were this time yesterday, although we're going to end up in a similar place as far as high temperatures. That'll be close to 50 degrees. By 1 o'clock, sun and clouds. One thing to note, too, those winds will start to pick up again. Gusty northwest winds. 20, 30 miles per hour will definitely cut right through you. So make sure you've got the heavier jacket and the scarf even. That's not a bad idea. And then clear skies. That's going to allow us to cool down back into the 30s tomorrow morning. All right. Maybe 30 miles per hour would be a good thing for so many sitting in traffic, Adele.
Yes, many sitting in traffic and definitely not going 30 miles an hour. If you are heading out to your rails, though, that's also going to be a slow go here on your 2-3 Staten Island Railway, DMN, and R trains onto those roads. Now, Hempstead Turnpike both ways. You've got a couple lanes closed off because of a water main break between Newbridge Road and Belmore Road. So give yourself some extra time through there. And also the Lincoln Tunnel, expect to see about 45 to 50-minute delays because of an earlier stall. Michael, back to you.
Adele, thank you so much. The longest government.
Let's check in with Maria LaRosa now. A little gusty out there this morning.
Yes, and going to get gustier as the day goes on. And it's a cool breeze right now out of the west-northwest. So that's sort of the bigger story today, along with the fact that once again, up near 50 degrees. Sun and clouds today, tomorrow, close to 50 even on Saturday. But I've got an update on the timing of the weekend rainfall and how much we're looking at coming up in the 10-day.
All right, Maria, still to come.
And we've got another stall here at the Lincoln Tunnel, this time on the 495 eastbound approach over by Kennedy Boulevard. You've got one lane closed off. Let's take a live look outside right now onto the Cross Bronx Expressway. Actually, not the Lincoln Tunnel. There's the Cross Bronx Expressway by the Bronx River Parkway. Coming up in a few minutes, we're going to let you know, though, how bad those delays are at the tunnel. You're watching Today in New York.
Maria, thanks to Jen. We talked about the origins, which comes from World War I and an attempt to save fuel during those days in 1918. Thank you, Jen.
Yes, well, it started in Germany in 1916, then came here, and it actually was suspended for a while, then brought back under FDR. So there's your thumbnail sketch on daylight.
There it is.
That's a lot. And here we thought it was just about extra sleep or losing sleep. You know, it's so much more.
Jen got the answers.
I'll add in a weather nerd alert fact. And we, as meteorologists, love it because we get our weather models to come in an hour earlier. So we get that sneak peek. We love that. We love that. Another positive spin for you. 38 days until winter. That's important because then we start gaining daylight back. So only 38 more days of losing that. We are at 9 hours and 59 minutes currently. Sunset this afternoon. Yeah, this afternoon, 4:39. Not a ton of sun. We've got sun and clouds is how we'll characterize today. Certainly mostly cloudy as we look over into Nassau County. That late fall foliage color, 48 degrees by 11 a.m., 50 degrees by 1 o'clock. But at that point, we're also kicking up the winds a lot more. There's a bit of a breeze now, but it's right back to those gusts 20, maybe 30 miles per hour for a time. So it's going to feel a little bit cooler than yesterday, which we are going to end up, as far as highs go, pretty close to the same. A couple of days where it's going to be dry too, so we finally get that one system to exit. Another one moves in. The timing of this will be late Saturday into Sunday, so that's also the timing for the rain potential and a little bit of a surge as far as temperatures go. We're going to see those temperatures peak in the mid and upper 50s on Sunday. Don't get used to that. Cooling down behind that next cold front, and we stay on the northern side of this boundary, so kind of locking that warmth, relative warmth, away from our area, and that takes us into Tuesday. But again, timing the rainfall, if you're trying to get out and about, outdoor activities, kids' games, maybe some lawn work, getting those leaves up. Saturday's the day. It's going to be less breezy, drier conditions, and then by Sunday. But notice the timing. Late Saturday into early on Sunday, most of the rain we expect to be wrapping up by midday, early afternoon. So it's not an all weekend, or not even an all day Sunday type of thing. And we're going to end up with maybe about a quarter of an inch of rain on the higher side, which again will take every drop. We're still pretty dry across the region. 51 this afternoon. Northwest winds about 5 to 15. So temperatures are going to stay just below average. Heading into tonight, that's the case too, down to 39 degrees. But I do think we get to clear out a little bit more than we've seen over the last few days. And then tomorrow, 50 degrees, still breezy. Northwest winds about 5 to 15. So keeping temperatures in check. Once the rain and that front moves on by here on Sunday, it's back to days of highs in the 40s. That's a little more in line with early December. All right, let's check in now. Plenty of delays. Adele, what's the latest?
Yeah, it hasn't been the easiest morning to get around, and unfortunately, it's just getting worse right now. Your 2-3 Staten Island Railway, DMN, and R trains. You can expect to see delays onto those roadways now. Lincoln Tunnel, this has been a big problem area yesterday and today. We have another stall eastbound over by Kennedy Boulevard. Expect to see 50-minute delays there. And if you are heading onto the Gowanus westbound side by the Gowanus Canal, still seeing 2 lanes closed off for a crash. Jen, Michael, back to you.
All right, Adele, thanks so much. Riders on the